Hello everyone, I'm back for another watch list brought to you by me and Trader Cobb. So for those who aren't aware, I'm Sam and I'm a mentor under Trader Cobb, and I'll be doing the watch list as I said. How are you all? Let me know how you're going in the chat. How are you, Nathan? I'll just give it a minute or so. Seen a bit of selling today, it seems. Nothing too too crazy just yet. But yeah, it's what we're seeing. A little bit of a not a recap, a bit of a preview. This list today, pretty sure it's just mainly higher time frames. No lower time frames, I don't think. Might be a 4 hour of interest if my memory serves me correctly. But other than that, it's mainly the higher time frames. How are you, Ray? That's fantastic, Nathan. All right, let's begin. I'll take you into Bitcoin first, and I'll just give you my thoughts on that, where it's sitting, when we could expect it to pull back to. So right now we're sitting at we're down about 4.66% exactly, not about, for today. But we saw about a 5.3% move to the downside in total, and it looks like we're breaking the lows of that just now. So it is pulling back still. How are you, Josh? And where can we expect it to pull back to? So we haven't pulled back to the 61.8% fib level just yet. We are divergent from this high to that high when you're comparing that high and that high. So there is that. It looks like momentum to the upside has started to slow, and that's fair. It happens. Let me just take the fibs back again. So I'm just seeing if there's any round numbers. Not necessarily, nothing really. Let's have a look at the 2-day. I think we had this chat yesterday saying that I can't really count. Yeah, it pulled back a bit. Let's have a look where we're sitting. It's nothing really smack bang on. Is there a double cluster somewhere? Yeah, I guess you can call that. So there's a double cluster there. So you could potentially see it pull back to the level of 42,000, roundabout. Anyway, roundabout there. That would make sense. And as you start to go higher, you start to see that we haven't really had a proper pullback yet. So would make sense for us to pull back. Look, it's just one big move. No, it's a new trend, so to speak. So it is fair to say that we could see a pullback now, and it's healthy. It is what it is. There is a trend on the fall. On Bitcoin, there is a downtrend, but we haven't seen flowing nice and smooth yet. It's just kind of sold off, pulled back now. Moving averages aren't being respected. They are in the correct order though, but nothing there on Bitcoin anyway. So how are you, Dan? So Cardano, I was stalking this on the 12, and it looks like it's been invalidated now anyway. It was that candle there, but let's have a look. Another one of those charts that hasn't really pulled back. So we are seeing that pullback right now. Let's see this daily. God, we haven't really seen a It looks like, look, okay. I'm watching it on the 12 because that would probably be the chart that'll set up first. Yeah. Watching it on the 12, but the daily also looks pretty good too. So, like I said, the higher time frames are of interest, and it's a common theme today. Tuning in to see how much Sam's hair has grown is the highlight of my night. It has, hasn't it? I think the first scan that I did with you guys, or this month anyway, I look like a skinhead. I look like an ex-crim. That's it. Anyway. So, yes, stalking this on the higher time frames. Have to be patient though. Nothing there as of yet. What was I watching here on this? I think it was, look at that. I think I was actually watching that. I'm pretty sure I was. It was on the daily. This coincided. Well, you know what's happened, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure this little dump has just ruined my list. Okay, so it was $1 with this. With the, it's a round number of $1. The 61.8% fib. I liked the look of that. I really did. And I wanted to put it out there to you all. But as it stands right now, you know, it's ruined. But that's trading, and you got to move on. So look, I'll take that out because that's not valid anymore. Oh, I think my list just got ruined, boys and girls. I was watching this once again on the 12. Looked pretty good. Pulled back almost to the 50% fib. Still, that looks way worse, doesn't it? 12 hour looks better. Excuse me. I'm still going to leave it in my list just because, you know, it's in the right spot. Doesn't look too bad as it stands on this time frame. Leaving it in the list. Yeah, let me know if you guys have anything that I don't, or you want me to check anything out in particular. I'll be more than happy to go through it, you know, and take a dive into it and see what we see. All right, so this is another one. I was watching that. I'm just laughing at the comments here. Nikolai is replying to Luke. Hair got back. Consolidation period. Coincidence? I think not. It's all a conspiracy. It is all a conspiracy. Alright, so yeah, this is ruined now. Market making a fool out of me. But I'll show you what I had anyway. Just depends how far this pulls back now, you know, and still good to watch on the daily anyway. We're pulling back past the 61.8% fib as it is right now. Do we have a cluster? Well, we have a pretty perfect cluster with the 50 and the 38.2. The 50 and the 61.8 just doesn't, it's not spot on. Obviously, we're not taking the, well, I wouldn't personally. I'm not taking the booster on this, but yeah, I love seeing them line up because it just it instills the trend. It makes it more attractive to me. And yeah, it's an unofficial bonus factor for me. What was I watching here? Okay, so this one here, Tezos, as it is right now, pretty decent looking trend on the 4. We have $4.50. Oh. $4.50 and 61.8. Do with this what you will. I like the look of it as it is right now. So trading on the 4 hour, I'll just say I prefer to take cradles over boosters. So I am personally happy to wait for a cradle, or to see if a cradle presents itself. But there might be a booster if you're interested in that. There may be. You have to obviously check it against the rules. I haven't done that yet. It just looks like it's pretty good. It looks like it's pretty good. So yes, please. I'm not giving financial advice. We don't do that here. Assess it against the rules, and if the rules are met, you know what to do. All right. Let's have a gaze at the comments. Okay. Opinion on Polkadot. What's it? Is it dot? Yes. Dot. Herp. Alright. It doesn't look too bad as it is right now. I'm not the biggest of fans of this one day, and I'll explain to you why. You could, okay. To me, although we've seen an increase of price, we haven't seen a true set and pullback and push on. I can't really count here as a pullback. You know, you do when you go down though, it is evident. I can't deny it. But it's just not as evident on the 1 day. That is the only reason why I would be reluctant to take something like this, especially with how the market is at the moment. I don't want to take trades I'm not 100% sure of. I think there's a time and a place for taking. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes there's trades that you take that you wouldn't normally take. I'm not saying that's a good thing to do, but I'm saying that right now, for me, what I'm seeing right now, I don't want to take high risk trades. Okay, and this seems like it's not the best one. Okay, just to put it in plain and simple English for you. Alrighty, let's have a look. I hope that cleared that one up for you, James. Would you long anything at the moment, given the direction BTC is going? If a trade set up, I wouldn't hesitate. That is as simple as that, really. If the perfect trade set up, I'll be more than happy to take it. I missed ADA. I missed the ADA recap. Okay. So, what I was saying, Nikolai, was I was watching it on this here. You know, I could be cheeky and make you rewind, but I'm not. I was watching this here. We broke the low, so that invalidates the trade, or the setup really. So what I am going to do right now is I'm going to do nothing. I'm going to wait, and I'm going to wait and see what happens on the 12. Or potentially, if I really want to, I can wait and see what happens on the daily. But they're both options at this stage. I believe there was no cluster. Yeah. So something could happen on the 12. Something could potentially happen on the daily in the next coming days. Exactly right. There's a time and a place for being a turkey in a hurricane. Yeah. And it doesn't seem like it's a hurricane at the moment. Seems like it's it could definitely happen, but you know, earlier this year there was a hurricane. I never advocate to be a turkey, and we don't do that. We never do that. But you know, a lot of trades were popping off in that time. Anyway, no problem, Nikolai. Do any of you have any more questions? shoot to me if you do. I'm more than happy to answer, as per usual. If you haven't gone over to our website, tradercobb.com, go and do it. We have a whole heap of free courses there to do so you can understand our language. And if you do like it, go ahead and buy the courses. Also, if you haven't already, we appreciate it a great deal to like, comment, share, subscribe. Helps the algorithm wherever you are, if you're on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, wherever this goes out, because I know it goes out to a few places. Would I look at shorting Avalanche in this kind of market? Let's have a look. It's Ava, yes, I believe. What's it called? What's the ticker? AVE, there we go. Is that what you're talking about? Oh, Ava. Oh, Ava X perp. How do you make 1 mil from 22 euros? Oh, I wish I knew that. Would I short Ava in this market? Look. So, I would say the reason why you're asking this is because you're starting to see the downtrends on the lower time frames, and you're starting to see that there's a potential for, quite a big pullback because we are extended. You can, don't get me wrong, you definitely can if that's something for you. If you're the type of person to want to take high risk trades, then if a trade does set up and meet the rules, there's nothing that stops you from taking that. There's a few things that you have to consider though. It's been proven to us, and we all know, especially if you follow the way that we trade, that higher time frame trends always trump the lower time frame trends. So, with that being said, when the lower time frames are disagreeing with the higher time frames, I do not usually take it. When all time frames are in agreement, it increases the chance of a profitable trade or the trade going in your direction. When they're not agreeing, that decreases it. That's not to say, I'm not saying that if you take a long on a higher time frame, that the lower time frames have to be uptrending as well. I'm just saying sometimes if you take a short and the higher time frames are uptrending, it's showing you that the longer term momentum is actually against you. All right? I hope that answered your question. Why we don't short Bitcoin after 47k? Is it going to lower levels as well? I can have a look. I can have a look indeed. So why wouldn't we short Bitcoin after 47k? Look, 47 doesn't seem to be a level of significance. Not on this chart anyway, unless there's like a level in here somewhere. If a short trade sets up, and the high time frames for me are agreeing, I have no issue. I have no issue shorting it. Fair enough. Fair enough. I have HNT has pulled back. HNT perp. Let's have a look at this one. Has pulled back, but $20 a little support level as well. Is extended on the weekly though. So yeah, had a bit of a big move there. Something could set up tomorrow, or the day after really. 12 hours not looking the best as it is. But yeah, that's it, everyone. I'm gonna wrap it up there. If you have any last questions, hit me now. Get in while you can. I'll wait. I shall wait. I hope you're all doing well, by the way. I've been having a lot of fun doing this with you all. It's been good. It's been very good. Been loving interacting, seeing the familiar faces and then seeing new people too. It's been really good. Anyway. Yeah. Alright. That is it. I shall see you next week, everyone. Bye for now.